What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another edition of Uncommon Sense. If you're into fragrance, fashion, style, you've come to the right place. Today, I'm going to give you a list of my top 10 for autumn and fall 2024. It hasn't really gotten cool here in Chicago yet. I'm still in transition. At the end of this video, hopefully you can become a subscriber and a part of the Uncommon Sense fam and clan. Until then, let's get right into it. First up, somewhat of an honorable mention because it is discontinued. I believe it's unisex more than anything, but we have Kat Von D's Center. What you're going to get with Kat Von D's Center is a beautiful pressurized atomizer. You get plum, patchouli, it's dark and sexy, it's sweet. I really just feel like this fragrance screams fall. With Halloween and those types of festivities coming up, this is one that is going to be getting the play that it desires. This fragrance is discontinued. So the number 10 spot, JPGLMED Lamar Elixir. You probably are saying, how is this number 10? It's number 10 for me because this, of the multiple JPGLMED fragrances I have, is probably my least favorite. On my skin, does not bring me the joy others do. You get honey, lavender, mint. It is a very sexy, sweet fragrance I believe is quintessential for this season. It's just not as good as the others. So with that being said, this is number 10, JPGLMED Lamar Elixir. Coming up to the number 9 spot, Narciso Rodriguez Blue Noir. EDP. Love this fragrance. That vetiver musk. Narciso Rodriguez does musk very, very well. This may not necessarily be a fall fragrance. However, I feel it's very appropriate for fall because it does have that musk note on my skin, can come up like body odor. With the season changing and it being a little cooler, this is more appropriate for that time frame. This puts me in the mind of Terre d'Hermes, Givenchy Blue Label. This one lasts about 4-ish hours, so it's perfect. It's a night fragrance to me. Narciso Rodriguez Blue Label. That's number 9. Number 8, viktor&rolf Spice Bomb EDT. The original. The fragrance DNA of this one did not agree with my skin the first couple of times I tried it. Now, it seems as though my nose is matured, it's just the right season for it. It's working out for me. The initial opening has that blast of bergamot, freshness. And for it to be fresh in the beginning and then die down more spicy, kind of like licorice and cinnamon and pepper, appropriate for fall evening. So it's warmer in the daytime and it's mad cool at night. viktor&rolf Spice Bomb EDT. That's my number 8. Also, I got it for a good deal. Check out Max Aroma. $68 for the 3-ounce. Subtle plug. I don't get a commission on that though. You might can buy it from my Amazon store. Coming up to our number 7 spot, JohnVarvatos XX Indigo. Now this one is a bit of a mystery to me. It has its moments on my skin. It doesn't seem to last. It kind of gives wax throughout the day. It lasts about 6-ish hours on a good day, and on a bad day, about 4. Varvatos Indigo XX has pink pepper in the opening. It's a musky yet fresh fragrance. I think this one was a bit slept on. I am a JohnVarvatos aficionado. They just on my skin usually don't last the longest. With the size of the flacon, 4.2, just got to spray a little bit more. 7, JohnVarvatos XX Indigo. Coming up to our number 6 spot, Thierry Mugler's Amen Fantasm. This is a newer release featuring dark chocolate, signature patchouli, expected but unexpected. That's the best way that I can describe it. It's an EDP sensuel. This is the 1.6 ounces, a little smaller. Gives off a good amount of just a squirter. But the dark chocolate and the decadence and gourmand nature of this will mix with the patchouli on point for the fall season. Coming up to our number 5 spot, Valentino Woman EDT. You're going to get iris, a little bit of leather. When we want to talk about iris, this to me is iris done right. It's not overpowering, but that balance with the hazelnut and that subtle bit of tonka and sweetness that you get with all of that mixed together, perfect for the autumnal equinox that we're entering into. Wanted by Night. I know what you're gonna say. This one is discontinued. Yes, it is. I happen to get the big boy, so I'm still gonna rock it. You get what I like to call Apple Jacks with loads of cinnamon and spices. This is such an easy reach for me for autumn. It's very sexy, deep and dark. I will say, if you don't have this one, not the same, but the Azzaro, the most wanted, fits the bill. You cannot find this one at a decent price because it is discontinued. You might want to opt for that one as it's still widely available. Carolina Herrera's Bad Boy Cobalt. Bad Boy Cobalt is that perfect mix of fresh, sexy, and badass. Amazing atomizer. The freshness and sweetness that you get in this fragrance is a bit more dark and sensual, like the color suggests. Fall, autumn. It can be worn year round. However, I think it fares better in this cooler weather. Interchangeable for the season. I've worn that in the heat of Mexico. I've worn this in the heat of summer as well. So it's like, it can be done season round. But I'm going to be rocking it for this fall. That's number 3. Next up, Jean-Paul-Gaultier Le Male Essence EDP. This is another fragrance that is discontinued. I know. I'm sorry. Quite frankly, a lot of the fragrances that I like end up getting discontinued. What I think is total bullshit. It's that cherry cola leathery tobacco vibe with musk. This is such a grown man fragrance. There's another iteration of this one. This is the reformulation because the other 10 was copper. It's one of my top favorite fragrances. For me, that's a nice size dent in there. The moment the season changes, starts to get cooler, this is one of the first fragrances that I reach for. To our number 2 spot, one of my favorite designers, Tom Ford's Ombre Leather. Listen, I wear this year round. I've worn this in the heat of the summer in California. Fragrance is quintessential, elemental, and downright presidential for fall. Leather, some sweetness, and I want to say berries. If you've not smelled this one, just get a sample. That's going to be number 2. What's understood ain't never got to be explained. I want to thank you for sticking around for this top 10 and watching it all the way through. If you have found value in this content, I want you to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know that you were here and you appreciate this content, and come back as we will be releasing videos on the regular schmegular, okay? Number 1 fragrance for fall 2024, because it deserves no further delay. It is my favorite fragrance from this specific fragrance house in this specific line. And that's none other than Moschino's Toy Boy. Listen, this was so good, I ended up getting the biggest size that I can get as a backup before this one even went low. You can wear this fragrance year round. I love to wear it in this transitional season we're entering. The rose in this fragrance, in addition to the atomizer, I was going to say, let me run it out. It's just such a sexy fragrance. This is rose done right. And it's done so in such a masculine leaning way. Men that do not particularly like floral fragrances will enjoy this fragrance. You might not like the bottle. Who gives a damn about that? You got taste, you got it. Moschino's Toy Boy is number 1 for this season. It's made number 1 on several other lists. I know that I'll be wearing this fragrance a whole lot. Spin your man on common sense. I want to show you appreciation and love for coming by, sticking around, hanging with your guy. And again, we love you from the bottom of my heart. The top, the sides, all the way around. We'll pick it up, put a little love on the bottom, put it down, put a little love on top. We're going to be coming at you soon with the niche top 10 for fall, in addition to the Middle Eastern top 10 for fall. Okay? All right, bye.